Hello and welcome to an all-new edition of Autocar Quick News, where we bring you the updates on all the launches, juicy news and scoops from the week gone by.
But before we begin, do remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to stay updated on all of our latest videos.
While the SUV may be taking the world by storm, the sedan won't go down without a fight. This week, we've got plenty of news on some brand new sedans, and we start with the all-new Honda City, which is set to make its debut later this month.
Honda will take the covers off of the 5th Gen City sedan on November 25, 2019. The new City will be unveiled globally in Thailand just ahead of the Bangkok Motor Show 2019. While details are scarce, we can confirm the new City will also get a 1-litre turbo petrol engine developing around 120 horsepower in select markets. Also expected to be a part of the range is a mild hybrid variant. For India, the new City will also get a 1.5-litre diesel upgraded to meet BS6 emission norms. The India launch of the new City is set to take place sometime in 2020.
Next up, we've got some information on the Hyundai Accent's successor. It's been named the Hyundai Aura and is going to be launched in India in the coming months.
For now, Hyundai has refrained from sharing any more information other than the name of its new compact sedan. But what we do know already and can tell you is Hyundai's next-gen compact sedan will share most of its body panels with the new Grand i10 Nios. In terms of design, the Aura will be in line with the rest of Hyundai's sedan family and will also share most of its interior, engine and gearbox options with the Grand i10 Nios. As for the current Gen Accent, it will be upgraded so it can be sold alongside the Aura as an offering for commercial use buyers. Expect the Hyundai Aura to be launched in the coming months.
Both the next-gen Honda City and the Hyundai Aura are yet to be revealed, but another important India-bound sedan has already made its global debut. I'm talking about the new Skoda Octavia, which is set to be launched in India next year.
Not only does it look more grown-up, the new Octavia is also longer and wider than the outgoing model. There's a greater amount of space on the inside, and boot space is also up to 600 litres. The new Octavia's dash is dominated by a freestanding 10-inch touchscreen, and Skoda has introduced gesture control and an advanced voice-controlled digital assistant as well. A redesigned 10.25-inch virtual cockpit is available, as is a new head-up display and connectivity tech with a built-in eSIM. The Octavia for India will likely be a petrol-only model, offered with the option of a 150 horsepower 1.5-litre petrol and a 190 horsepower 2-litre turbo petrol engine. Manual and DSG automatic options will be offered, and the spicier RS variant is also likely to follow. Expect prices to be in the Rs 20 to 30 lakh bracket when the new Octavia is launched towards the end of 2020.
And now we come to the SUVs. Let's start with the all-electric Tata Nexon, which is expected to be revealed next month.
Tata Motors is expected to take the wraps off of its first electric SUV, the Nexon EV, on December 16, with the launch expected to take place sometime between January and March next year. To give you a quick recap, the Nexon EV will feature Tata's new Ziptron EV technology, will have a range of around 300 kilometers and will be priced somewhere between Rs 15 to 17 lakh.
After a quiet couple of years, Audi is lining up a number of launches for India in 2020, and kicking things off will be its range-topping new SUV, the Q8.
The Q8 will be the first from the list of new-look Audi SUVs for India, best identified by the massive grille at the front. To some, the Q8 may look quite similar to the Q7, but the Q8 differentiates itself with a coupe-like roofline and frameless doors. On the inside, the dash is dominated by Audi's latest dual touchscreen control system, first seen in India on the new A6. The Q8 for India will likely only come with a 340 horsepower 3-litre V6 petrol engine. When it is launched at the start of next year, the Q8 will rival the Range Rover Sport, Porsche Cayenne and the upcoming new BMW X6. And as it will be brought to India as a full import, expect prices to start at Rs 1 crore.
Another SUV that's set to be launched in 2020 is MG's rival to the Toyota Fortuner and the Ford Endeavour, the Maxus D90-based SUV, which has been spied testing in India for the first time.
Size-wise, the Maxus D90 is a large SUV with 3 rows of seats and will sit above the Hector 7-seat SUV in MG's India range. Key features of the D90 include a 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment system, an 8-inch digital instrument cluster, 3-zone climate control, cooled and heated seats, a panoramic sunroof and a 360-degree camera. The India spec model is expected to come with 2-liter petrol and diesel engine options as well as manual and automatic gearbox options. The India spec model is also expected to come with a 4-wheel drive system with a low-range transfer case and 7 drive modes. When it is launched in India in 2020, MG's D90-based SUV will rival the Toyota Fortuner, Ford Endeavour and Mahindra Alturas G4 and is expected to be priced around the Rs 30 lakh mark.
However, while all of those SUVs are coming to India in 2020, what we won't get next year is the 7-seat Jeep Compass.
Originally scheduled for a launch in 2020, the model, which is codenamed Lodi, will only arrive in India in 2021. Jeep will instead focus its efforts on rolling out the heavily updated Compass in 2020. Jeep's Ranjangaon facility is the mother plant for the right-hand drive Compass, and the plan is to ready the updated versions for India and export markets by mid-2020. The updated Compass is expected to get major sheet metal changes, a redone cabin and more equipment. The 7-seat Lodi will have much in common with the updated Compass and, as company insiders put it, will not compromise on the Jeep DNA and will have genuine off-road ability. Expect the Lodi to come in at a premium over the 5-seat Compass.
Up until now, you could only buy Volvo's award-winning XC40 with a diesel engine. However, that's about to change soon, with Volvo set to introduce a petrol engine option for its smallest SUV.
Expected to be priced at Rs 39.9 lakh, the petrol XC40 will be available in T4 spec, which means it will be powered by a 2-liter turbo petrol engine that develops 190 horsepower and 300 Nm of torque. This engine will be mated to an 8-speed automatic gearbox. Sources say all-wheel drive will not be offered on the petrol XC40, so it will be sold as a front-wheel drive model only. The diesel variant of the XC40 has been sold out for now and will most likely return by mid-2020.
If you were hoping to see something fast and exotic on this week's Quick News, you're in for a treat because Ferrari has unveiled the 620 horsepower Roma Coupe.
While it shares its underpinnings with the Portofino drop top, the Roma features bold new styling. It's powered by a revamped version of the award-winning 3.9-liter turbocharged V8 that develops 620 horsepower and 760 Nm of torque, mated to an 8-speed dual-clutch automatic that debuted on the SF90 Stradale. The Roma is rapid, with a 0-100 km/h time of 3.4 seconds, a 0-200 km/h time of 9.3 seconds, and a top speed of over 320 km/h.
On the two-wheeler front, we have some juicy news on the new all-electric Bajaj Chetak, which could spawn a high-performance electric scooter for KTM.
At the conclusion of the Chetak Electric Yatra, Bajaj confirmed bookings for the all-electric Chetak will be opened in January 2020, but also revealed that it is working on a performance-oriented version of the Chetak, which will be sold under the KTM brand. That's right, KTM is now expected to use the Chetak platform to make its first electric scooter. The Chetak features retro styling and is powered by a 4kW motor, but expect the KTM model to feature much bolder and sharper design language, more premium hardware in terms of suspension and brakes, as well as better performance.
Making waves this week is the unveil of Ultraviolet Automotive's F77 electric motorcycle, and on paper, it seems to pack quite a punch.
The F77's motor produces 33.5 horsepower and an impressive 90 Nm of torque. With a claimed 0-60 km/h time of 2.9 seconds, a 0-100 km/h time of 7.5 seconds, and a top speed of 147 km/h, the F77 promises to be one fairly quick motorcycle. The 3 lithium-ion battery packs powering the F77 take 5 hours to charge fully via the standard charger, and in an hour and a half with fast charging. On a full charge, the F77 has a claimed range of 130 to 150 km. There are 3 variants on offer, and prices range between Rs 3 lakh and Rs 3.25 lakh. Registrations for the F77 have begun, and deliveries are set to begin in the third quarter of 2020, with initial sales planned exclusively for Bengaluru.
At its debut in 2018, the Jawa Perak was probably overshadowed by the unveil of the standard Jawa bikes. Now, however, the wait for Jawa's bobber-style motorcycle has finally come to an end.
Jawa has just launched the Perak at Rs 1.95 lakh. The bobber-style motorcycle was first showcased with a Rs 1.89 lakh price tag, and the near Rs 6,000 increase is likely a result of its 334cc single-cylinder engine being upgraded to meet the new BS6 emission norms. This engine produces 30 horsepower and 31 Nm of torque, and the Perak gets all the signature bobber cues: a floating seat, bar end mirrors, chopped fenders, and stubby exhaust mufflers. It also features disc brakes front and back and dual channel ABS. Jawa will open bookings for the Perak on January 1, 2020, but deliveries will begin much later on April 2. This is quite a significant waiting period, just like we saw with the last two Jawa models.
Two bike makers launched BS6 compliant motorcycles this week. First up, let's take a look at Yamaha's upgraded FZ and FZS.
The updated BS6 compliant engine for the FZ and FZS makes less power but more torque than the BS4 spec unit it replaces. Peak power and torque are rated at 12.4 horsepower and 13.6 Nm compared to 13.2 horsepower and 12.8 Nm on the outgoing model. Prices for the BS6 spec standard FZ start at Rs 99,200, while the FZS carries a base price tag of Rs 1,01,200. So both bikes are now pricier by a little over Rs 2,500.
Following the launch of Yamaha's BS6 compliant motorcycles was Honda's SP125, which gets a BS6 spec engine, a few more features, and also drops the CB Shine moniker from its name.
Honda has become the first manufacturer to launch its second BS6 compliant two-wheeler in India with the introduction of the SP125. The 124.73cc single-cylinder engine has been upgraded to BS6 spec and sees its power figure rise from 10.31 horsepower to 10.88 horsepower. While the hike in power is marginal, the BS6 bike features electronic fuel injection and Honda claims a 16% increase in fuel efficiency. The commuter motorcycle also gets Honda's new silent start feature, first seen on the BS6 spec Activa 125 Fi, as well as a digital instrument cluster and an LED headlight. However, with prices starting at Rs 72,900 for the base model, the SP125 costs a significant Rs 9,000 more than the entry-level version of the outgoing CB Shine.
And that's all we have for you on this week's edition of Quick News. Don't forget to tell us in the comments what you think of the new Octavia, what are your expectations from the new Honda City and the Hyundai Aura, what are your views on a high-performance electric scooter from KTM, and of course what you think of this video. Like it, share it with your friends. We'll see you here again next week.